Hey, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining another LeadSquared webinar. I am Shani Roy and I work for the marketing team at LeadSquared. You might have received an email or two from me. So thank you again for joining our webinar for the day. It's all about the LeadSquared mobile app, but essentially for you, it's about maximizing your field sales efficiency. So I have two speakers with me who are going to take us through the session. But before I dive into that, a couple of sort of housekeeping notes for the audience. We already had some questions come in from your side, but we'd be happy to address any others. So feel free to share questions on the go. Anything that comes along, Rajiv and Ali are here to address them. We also have a few polls to run. So really, I'd like you to just click on the most relevant option for yourself. We just want more information about the clients we serve. That's about it essentially. And post our presentation, we will also hear from one of our partners. So lots to learn from the session. Now I will quickly share a line or two about Rajiv and Ali. So Ali has been with LeadSquared for quite a few years now. Ali, how long has it been?
Yeah, it's approximately 8 years now. I turned 8 years in January, 21st to be precise. Yeah.
Right. So for a lot of salespeople out there, I think Ali was probably in your position back in the day. So we will hear a little bit from him about his journey so far and how has he actually succeeded at sales. What sort of role has technology played there? So thanks so much, Ali. Looking forward to hearing from you. I
Super.
also
Yeah.
have Rajiv with me, who is the director of product management at LeadSquared. So Rajiv, how long has it been for you here?
Not as much as Ali, but then it's been close to 3 years now.
Sure. So basically, if I had to share a few lines about Rajiv, so Rajiv has met plenty of customers over the last couple of I think months. So he's constantly on the go, on the move, talking to customers. So you might hear a lot of stories that would relate to your use case. So with that, I'm off. We will have a poll up very soon, right now, to hear from you about your industry. I'm talking to the audience now. Hello, and with that, I will now hand it over to Ali and Rajiv and take my leave.
Super. Thank you, Shibani. So, yeah, Rajiv, we will begin then.
Yeah, so the poll is right towards the
Yeah.
right of
Next
your
to the people
screen.
column. Yeah.
Right. Now it talks all about the industry. Maybe if we can all take a few seconds to just fill it up, it'll help us target those segments as we move through the presentation. I'm seeing some results coming in.
Yeah. And there is something on the chat as well. Let me see.
Right. So a good mix of industries. So Ali, while the results keep
Correct.
getting tallied, let's get started.
I think we have curated few of the challenges, Rajiv, that we have predominantly seen coming in from our customers, right? And similarly, the prospect base that we operate into, right? And of course, CRM is a crowded space. There are multiple players in play, right? But LeadSquared has substantially made its name, right? So I'll straight away dive into one of the challenges that we have predominantly seen when we interact with our customers, right? So there is a lot of field team members, right, which are basically based out of the central locations or remote locations, and they have multiple visits which are planned for the day or for the month or for the week, right? It could be in periodic nature as well. So how does LeadSquared mobile CRM assist field sales professionals efficiently in managing multiple visits and leads throughout the day or month, Rajiv? That's the question. And an add-on to it is basically if we can provide certain insights on the functionalities and features which is being utilized to prioritize and organize the sales appointments, right? That will be helpful for the audience.
Sure, sure, Ali. So I'll take it forward. Those are pertinent questions. In fact, questions that every organization that has got a field sales team should be thinking of first, right? And over the course of the next, let's say, 30 minutes, we'll spend a lot of time on what we've built as part of the field sales solution. and I've got my colleagues who will assist, and we've got a few snippets over here so that you can see the product actually in action. And meanwhile, as Shibani was saying, if you got any questions, we've received some questions prior to this meeting. But then if you have more questions, please feel free to type in the chat forum. Hey, Sneha, thanks for pinging there. Yeah. So the chat is right at the bottom. You can also use the questions tab for your questions. Right? So Ali, let's start with the basic problem statement of being out there on the field. Right? So it's all about the sales rep meeting prospects, engaging with already existing customers, basically trying to upsell, cross-sell, trying to get new leads into the system. So what we do is we offer a comprehensive module called MyTrips, which will help them manage their day. Right? So how it works is it's really simple the way it works. So you start your day at 9 in the morning or 8 in the morning for the early birds, and you end your day, let's say, at 5 or 6 in the evening. MyTrips kind of schedules your entire day with a focus on how you can optimize the distance or optimize the path that you're taking to travel, and ensures that you're able to cover as much as possible without all of the hassles of travel. Right. So what it also does really well is it takes those ad hoc meetings or appointments that come into the picture, and then says you don't have to worry about scheduling. We'll do this for you. Right? So every single time you head into MyTrips, it's going to tell you, here's your refreshed set of appointments that you need to be at, and here's the most optimal path in getting there. Right. So
How
all
does
you need to do.
optimization work, Rajiv? If I have to intervene a little on that.
Sure. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. No, your question was, how does what work?
How does this optimization works actually, right?
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
So see, meetings, when you look at it, they are a mix of appointments and to dos, right? So if there is a meeting at 10 o'clock, it has to happen at 10 o'clock. Meanwhile, there's a separate category of meetings or visits which do not have a set time frame. These are more of I need to complete it by tomorrow, right? So what we do is we handle both of these categories together by means of juxtaposing the to-dos in between what is available, while keeping in mind the time that is going to take for the sales rep to travel from location A to location B. All right. So let's take the example of Bangalore, which I think most of us might be familiar with. But if you're traveling from, let's say, Majestic, the railway station, you're meeting a lead over there, and you're heading to a prospect meeting somewhere near Whitefield. Well, you can have a bunch of other visits also coming in, which will automatically be sandwiched between both of these. Let's say some place like Koramangala, right, which is in between both of these, telling you that this is the time that it will take to reach the second location, and that's why it is slotted in your calendar, as opposed to having meetings which practically won't be possible, right? For example, you won't be fed in a meeting at Hebal, which is completely out of the way, and there's no way for you to reach that spot on time. So that's how MyTrips works. Why don't we do one thing? Why don't we have a look at the video over here, and that's going to tell you a bit more about how it's structured. So this is the menu section of the mobile app. I know it's catered to a B2C flavor as well. So people who have used your generic, food ordering apps or travel apps, you will feel at home with this. It doesn't look like a traditional enterprise app per se, but then this is more convenient. Shibani also spoke about how we as a product team, we reach out to customers and spend time with sales users. And all of these are built with the sales user in mind, with the sales user at its core. So you've got journeys. I'll touch upon journeys briefly towards the end, but then MyTrips is a segment that falls under journeys. You can go ahead and create a plan. So there are two parts of a visit, right? There is a planning phase and there is an execution phase. So planning is all about saying, hey, I need to meet 5 of these prospects, 5 of these current leads, customers on any given day, and it may or may not require approvals. So within the mobile app, you've got specific screens to let you plan this on the go, right? So you can create a plan for this month. You can select a start date, you can select an end date, and add a bunch of leads over here. what we've done in addition to other applications out there is the concept of templates, wherein you can have this pre-sorted, pre-configured, as I was saying, a curated set of leads which you can use as templates for upcoming trips.
And simply add them over there, right, for the meeting. Superb.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, right. So you've got this over here. It tells you how many tasks are planned, how many visits are there. You can submit this for approval. In certain organizations, they may not require approval, or the tasks they flow from the top down. So this can work for them too, wherein an admin or a manager, they go ahead and create this plan for the entire workforce, and then somebody gets to execute them.
Understood. Just an add-on thing which popped up to me right now, Rajiv, right? What we have seen that a particular salesperson can handle multiple categories of lead. It could be customer, it could be prospects, right? So is there a filtering mechanism which is available to differentiate between the leads while I use them in the My Trip section?
Sure. Yeah. So you've got a sort and filter available right over here. If I can show you that part.
Yeah, I can see. Next to the search panel, right? Yeah.
Yes. There's a sort and filter right over here. So you can not only by lead stage or not only by prospects or customers, but you can add other sections also which you feel are relevant, and you can get your curated list like that.
Amazing.
Right. So once it's gone in for approval, the manager, their immediate manager or the admin, as I said, can go ahead and approve this, reject this, can ask for modifications. So all of that comes in over here. So this is the unified view for an organization where they'll be able to see their entire workforce, what is it that they've got planned for upcoming windows, and see if it aligns to the larger org goals, right? So the same goodness of sort and filter right over here makes it very curated. You can approve a select list. You can, if you want to be evil, you can reject multiple of those at the same go as well. Right?
Amazing. So Rajiv, I think we have a question as well from Harsh. Okay, Harsh Shah. I'll just read out the question to you. It's more related to how the route planning will be done. Is it integrated to a mapping platform, which I'm assuming could be Google Maps? Do we have to manually add all addresses, or does it have an API integration for auto compute?
Right. So Harsh, maybe we'll take this in okay. The second one goes in terms of directions, right?
Correct. More related to again the same mapping.
Right. So Harsh, we work on Google Maps, but we do not necessarily rely on everything that Google Maps has to offer. So without having a Google key in place, you'll be able to leverage all of the good aspects or the great aspects of the app, I must add. So the locations, they spawn on top of the Google Map. So underlying, that's the platform. For autocomplete, what we do is we go a step ahead. So every single device, a mobile device, has a GPS chip. So we pick up the location directly from there, right? And a conversion of the actual lat longs to the address happens in real time while you're going ahead and adding a lead. So autocomplete comes by default, as in if I'm here, when I'm checking in, it'll tell me that I'm here at this particular location. So it works seamlessly that way. For your second question, it does integrate with Google Maps. I mean, the moment you see a directions, if you've got a lead over there and you need to navigate to that particular lead, well, you can tap on the navigate the GPS arrow, and it will open whatever map software that you've installed on your phone for navigation.
Correct. I have seen my set of salespeople, right, which are centric to LeadSquared as an organization, tremendously use that. And we have seen it in our customer base as well. One example could be the home sample collection in a pharma or any kind of healthcare application, right? So there is a scheduled visit which is already planned. There is a validation of the lead which is done by the central contact center team. And now it has been assigned to a flubbo or that kind of persona. So he has to meet a couple of people, so maybe 5 to 10 people in a day for sample collection. And this makes their life very easy, right? Instead of they going ahead and searching the location, they just tap on the lead, click on the direction button, and it opens up their map itself. And you can route yourself to that particular customer. And the app just not give the functionality of opening up map. It also gives the functionality of dropping a WhatsApp message giving a phone call, giving a text message. Let's assume you want to visit the customer and you want to pre-validate that the customer is available at that location or not. A lot of time people are available in their office as well as a residential location, both are there, right? So you can validate and accordingly move around as per wherever the customer is. And it is not applicable to home sample collection. It is way forward to in the finance segment as well, where there is a KYC or any physical visit involved. A lot of use cases gets covered in this segment, Harsh, and to the rest of the audience.
So there's a question from Somansh as well, and was also this was also added by Sangeeta Mukherjee from ECLF. I'm not sure if she's here right now, but both of these were
Yeah, pertaining to the subscription or the cost of the platform, Rajiv. If I think I lost you or.
Yeah, hopefully I'm back. So there was a question on the subscription fee, Ali.
Correct. So of course there is a platform fee involved, which so we are a SaaS platform, right? So SaaS itself talks about subscription as a service. So this while this platform and this app is readily available on the App Store as well as the Play Store, right? You do have to get a license from LeadSquared, which is basically your authentication and the credential to access the platform. And that is done while we negotiate a contract and discuss a contract, which obviously carries the platform fee involved in it. It's on a recurring basis. We'll be happy to discuss more on this, Shomans, provided you drop an email or something where I will help my team reach out to you and discuss this further.
Sure. Yeah. And as I was saying, Sangeeta also had a similar question on the pricing. Sangeeta, we'll reach out to you as well. Actually, we spoke all about journeys and my trips. So if I can move on to the next slide. So this is about what happens once your sales rep is out there on the field, right? So we focus a lot about how we can save time while traveling, but then what about getting actual data? Because 90% of your day you'd wish to spend on getting the right data, getting qualified data, and also driving insights based on whatever is being collected. So there are multiple modes in which data can be collected. But before getting into that, some of the use cases that we cater to that Ali already touched upon include the KYC process across different segments, right? And you got dynamic forms. We'll talk about that just in a moment. You can also record meetings. These would be audio recordings. You can place the phone
We
right
also,
over there.
just to add on, Rajiv, we also cater to a lot of marketplace-based industries, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, one example I would like to take is basically the buying and selling of used vehicles, right? Four-wheeler especially is a huge market, and where the vehicle has to go through multiple checkpoints. It could be ranging from 40 to 60 checkpoints. And usually what we have seen that people operate on Google Sheet, which makes it really tedious and time-consuming to enter those checkpoints. And LeadSquared makes it very seamless, and it categorizes it into different segments as well. So front end of the car, bonnet of the car, left-hand side, driver side, all these categorizations are there, and then the checkpoints comes into play. And you have the modularity to attach images as well. And then I'll leave it further to Rajiv to talk more about it. Yeah.
Now, talking about images, it's not only about attaching an image to a particular lead, right? But also the question we wanted to tackle was how can you click a picture as something as simple as a shop board, right? Or a visiting card? And how can you automatically capture all of the content within to create a new prospect on the fly? Without and this the good part is this works completely offline, so you can be in a rural part of the country, you can not have any data on you, but then this would still work seamlessly because it relies on an AI ML engine which is within your device. All right. So we've got a nifty video to play for you, which addresses some of these. I'll also talk about how flexible the form framework is, and that's the primary reason why we are able to be industry agnostic. So we cater to an industry like lending, and at the same time we've got an industry like manufacturing, like automotive, right? So if I can just show you in the video that you've got. So it all starts with saying what is it that you want to what activity do you want to perform, right? So at LeadSquared we've structured it in terms of activities, and what it means is that you have a picker over here. So this, for example, covers the lending flow, right? If there's somebody who wants to apply for a home loan or a consumer loan, you'll be able to select this. And not everybody sees this. If there are different teams within the organization, they're working on different loan segments or different customer segments. Team one would not necessarily see what is applicable for team two, right? And that's how we are able to drive that segregation even within an organization, right? So what it would do is this form that you see on screen is 100% customizable. In fact, I'd go on to say this is 150% customizable, right? So right from every single field that you see over here, there is a drag drop builder that's available, which you can configure at your own pace. So sometime today, let's say the customer says, I don't want to share my phone number upfront, get it from me towards the end. We can
Right.
do that too, right? So the form by itself
That can be
is
managed, right?
flexible.
If they want
Yeah.
last name to be coming in before I collect the first name, I can do so,
Right.
Rajiv. Yeah,
Right. And all of this is without reaching out to LeadSquared, right? This is something that the customers can do themselves, deploy it themselves, or push or publish this, at the convenience of their own workstations. And this gets passed on through to every single user out there on the field, right? In the background, no requirement of them to log out, log in, or uninstall and reinstall the app, right? It works seamlessly in the background. Now, another thing that you can do is you're on the move. You can also use Siri over here at the bottom, or Google Voice to go ahead and dictate stuff, especially into notes sections. You can have note sections over here. So all of your voice gets converted into text in real time on your device. You can also go ahead and record conversations. So if there are two different people speaking, you can have your phone in your pocket outside on a table, which can listen into both these parties having a conversation, and this you can attach to the activity per se. So if you're going there pitching for a loan, you can have the entire conversation recorded with the consent of the stakeholders available over there, and then you can share this with your audit teams, share this for further action, somebody to analyze. All of that is something that you can do within the mobile app, and as I said, all of this is configurable.
amazing. While we are here, Rajiv, I also wanted to highlight that the phone number that is being entered here can be OTP validated as well. So that's
Yeah.
another factor to consider in. We have that out of the box functionality available. So no bogus updates, bogus creation of leads can happen if you're in that kind of business where your reps are sometimes smarting it out, right? So we have that additional layer of adding an OTP validation. So only the correct leads get entered into your system. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And not only security from a customer's perspective, but security from an organization's perspective. Your org's data is secure within this app. In fact, you can go ahead and apply and request for biometric authentication every single time the app is opened. Once again, this is coming in bundled with the application by itself, right? So you do not have to bring all of your data. So there was a question from Sahar. Sahar, can you sync Zoho CRM leads? Absolutely, we can. Different CRMs, different systems. If you do not have a CRM to start with, we can get those leads imported as well. And there will be situations where we do not, you would not want all of the information to be available on LeadSquared. So if you've got a different system like an ERP, like an NMIS, what you can also do is you can do a lookup while people are filling up this form. And for example, if you see the applicant's PIN code serviceability right here on screen, this performs a check as the form is being filled and returns a response saying, yes, this PIN code is serviceable, right? So this is something that can reside on your systems as well. We are able to make calls. If you want it to be more driven by LeadSquared, we've got that too. We've got a separate database which you can use to have all of these tracked. The master data can exist at our end too. So as I was saying, each of these fields, the way you want to configure this, the way you want to name these, rename these, reposition these, all of that is possible. Your PAN ID, your Aadhaar ID, all of this can be uploaded to. What we also offer is a way to validate your Aadhaar the moment you upload it through our connector ecosystem, right? So is it a valid PAN? Who does it belong to? Is it a valid Aadhaar? Who does it belong to? So we rely on government backed agencies to go ahead and perform this kind of validation even at the point of filling this. So you don't have to submit this to a different team to go ahead and validate, but then the validation happens on the field right there, right in.
Amazing. This reduces a lot of turnaround time, Rajiv, if I have to say.
Yeah, and here's one such example. So we are also able to tell that this is a PAN card, this is not a PAN card. So all of these things can be added to a particular form.
And I can customize what all documents needs to be collected or what all file needs to be collected.
Yes, you can even choose to make certain documents mandatory, certain not. And as I was saying, at the convenience of your own workstation, right? You can configure it on a system somewhere, and it flows through to the end audience. Right, so yes, our voice notes completely built in. We are able to get that through to the system as well. Yeah.
It does the recording. Yeah.
Through the recording app, yes. And voice to text is also something that is possible through the inherent capabilities of the keyboard. So Siri or Google Assistant, you can still capture voice. So every single field that you see, as I said, can be customized. You can also build flows. Say, for example, over here, somebody's applied for an 80 lakh loan or an 8 crore loan for that matter. What you can do is you can calculate validation based on preset rules. You can have that done right here on this screen. And depending upon the amount, you can take a different flow. So you can actually define the entire workflow of the form, which means people would not see the same section, although it's irrelevant for them, right? So you'd be able to see something which is very specific, very contextual to the current person they're in front of. And all of the information with respect to co-applicants, it's up to you in terms of the amount of information that needs to be calculated. CIBIL score checks can also be brought directly into the application, right? So you don't have to go to a different web page or a different app to go ahead and check CIBIL. So these are some of the capabilities that work well within our forms. The forms framework by itself is extensible, and there's no limit in terms of, so you see, for example, a multi-step form over here. Step 1 is where they fill in the primary information. Step 2 is where they get the secondary information collected, some analysis done in the background, and then made available to the end user. Right? So you can collect payments too. You can ask for a payment to be made. You can trigger a payment link to the user, to the person in front of you, and they can make the payments through an existing portal, UPI. That's something that we all support.
Correct. Apart from the payment gateway integrations.
Right.
Yeah.
So Munir, your question was on, can we validate passport and other ID information in different countries? To an extent, yes. It would mean that we'd have to tie up with a local partner over there. Different countries would have different ways of handling this, including, let's say, if you're talking about Europe, then what is the data that we can store? Where are we storing it? Can we even house it in the first place, right? But that's something that we can work with. Once it is templatized, we'll be able to access that information too. But irrespective of one is the validation part, which requires partnership. The other is extraction of the text by itself, which we can do irrespective of the document that you got.
So to sum it, we have the ability to capture any kind of information that is required as a part of your business process, right? And the validation bit, depending on the nature of validation, it requires certain partners to be involved.
Yeah. So this, as we are moving into the presentation, this gives you an overview of everything that is possible with the flexible forms framework that we've got. Now, moving on, it's not only about identifying who you're going to visit or who you're going to meet up or have a discussion with during the day, but also finding new prospects. The entire concept of hunting for newer leads or newer prospects, right? So we've got a feature called Near Me. So what it does is it looks at a 5-kilometer radius around you, or maybe a 100-meter radius around you. That's something that you can configure, and then look at businesses saying, can you go ahead and add them directly as a prospect? A one-touch addition of a business nearby who's not at all on your system, but is available, let's say, on Google Maps, right? It's a listed business. So you can search for all restaurants around me, and it's not at all a requirement that this restaurant already is on your list or list of leads, but then this can be the yellow pages for all it means, right? So
Amazing.
like Google
Directly
Business right
from the
now.
Google
Yes.
framework, right?
You
Wow.
don't have to leave the app by itself, Ali. So that's the best part, right? So it comes up on screen, and we'll show how this works as well. It comes up on screen. You can tap on a particular business and then look at and fetch the phone number and fetch the contact information and fetch the address, as well as the lat long, as well as the other relevant fields that are available on Google Business, right? So Harsh, definitely yes, we can fetch a particular kind of business. So you can search for mobile phone dealers. That's a great example. Or as at
You
an
can
org
the
level, you
Kirana
can go
stores,
ahead.
right? That's one
Yes,
example
yes,
we have seen. Yeah. So
yeah,
we have had customers like Denzo and so many like on that side.
right. No, we've also got people searching for healthcare specifically. We've got people searching for pharmacies, for hospitals, for doctors, for pediatricians. So you can configure up to 5 or 10 different tags so that people don't even have to type, right, Harsh? So that is also possible.
Wow. That's one additional
Yeah,
modularity
yeah.
that we offer.
So there was another question in the beginning saying, do you support autocomplete? We support autocomplete over here. So you can search for landmarks, and it doesn't matter that you are searching for what is around you. You can also go ahead and select a different location. Let's say, for example, I am at, let's take the example of Bangalore again, right? So I am at Majestic, the railway station. In the afternoon, I'm going to go to Whitefield, which is in a different part of the city. I can go ahead and look up at Whitefield within the LeadSquared app, identify what's available or what's possible. Who can I interact with? Who can I meet up with for the very first time, and add them as a lead directly into the system. Right? So just to expound on tags, so Munir, these are search terms, right? So Kirana stores or grocery stores is one such example, right? So you can search for, so mobile phone dealers by itself is a search term. So you can pre-configure 5 or 6 of them, and it appears at the bottom of the map. You tap on them, tap on these tags, and then it lets you search without even having the
From which
user type
location you are,
something.
right? And we can define the radius of it. To what
Yes,
extent
yes.
the search, the search map should go up to.
That's right. That's right. So pinch zoom, we are able to pinch zoom and then select the radius as well. We've got, as I said, we've got a video, and then we'll get into that right away, and that'll cover most of the questions that you might have. And so Munir, I understand, we operate globally. By the way, we are all across, and we also have multilingual support, so that comes built into the app. Now, we do cater to, as I said, different validation is one aspect, text recognition is the other. Text recognition we do irrespective of the geography. Validation, we'd have to tie up with local partnerships, but then that's something that we have done in other countries too. So depending upon whether the country that you're talking about is already there on the list, we might be able to do that integration. So here's near me. In fact, there's a configuration right over here, or you can, the one in red, or the top right icon on the screen is the near me icon. It is present there because it's one of our most popular features. So what it does is it tells you where you are. So if I could just move a little back. Yeah, so it tells you where you are. It also gives you a list of all of your existing leads, right? So yeah, it gives you a list of all of your
So there
existing
are two
leads.
things, Rajiv. One is
Yeah,
basically
the
the
existing
leads that
ones.
I am already tagged to or I am already
True,
managing. And
true.
let's assume I'm in a particular zip location and I'm done with my set of work in that zip location
Yeah,
and I still
yeah,
have time. I can proactively look at the leads which are falling under a specific radius, maybe 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers of my range where I am right now. That's one aspect of it. And the exploration part of it, which Rajiv was essentially talking about, that is the leads which are not tagged to me and I want to create new leads, or I want to look at certain specific set of maybe customer persona which I usually operate upon. In that way, the search panel comes into picture, and I can look at a specific cafe, kirana store, mobile phone, as Harsh has pointed out, right? So that basically is a two-way approach on it. That's what we wanted to highlight here. And
Right.
of course, when you look at a particular lead which is already tagged to you, you are able to see a bunch of options there, right? Which is starting from the name of the lead, the phone number, the email ID, and the location. And by clicking on any of this, you can interact. If you click on the phone number, you can make a call. If you click on the email, you are able to send out an email. And if you click on the location, it redirects you to the map direction.
Yeah, I think there was a question while we were starting this conversation saying, what platform do you use for navigation? Right. So you tap on directions and it'll automatically open up whatever you got installed. So Apple Maps or Google Maps, both of these work. So that's all about near me. And just to touch upon Explore, it's self-contained within the same screen. You can tap on the search at the top once you have Explore, and you'd be able to search for any other nearby business and add that as a lead too.
It
So
will be
we'll move
very
on
handy
to
in the ecosystem of onboarding, Rajiv. Be it a merchant, retailer, or any kind of similar onboarding. That is very handy functionality, and it gives you tons of information which is anyway available on Google. You will be researching it out and then putting down into a CRM system and then reaching out. So it reduces all that effort, and you are able to do it proactively from this platform itself.
right, and self-contained. Yeah, you're right. You don't have to move to a different platform to get this done. So we'll move on to the slideware. And Harsh, your question was the source of this data comes in from two systems. Near me comes in from our current set of leads, and the Explore part of it comes in directly from Google Places. Right. So Munir, on the analyst rating, so this is the year that we'd be targeting more towards our analyst relations. So the aim was to go ahead and build a solution which resonates with the end user, right? So this was a question that Munir, you had asked. What is your product's USP, and the features are available in other tools as well, right? So see, the way that we are different is we have built every other system out there, every other solution out there is trying to fit in a CRM into a mobile app, right? So the way we are built is from the grounds up. We look at the end user, right? The solutions are built around the end user. Be it a feature like Near Me, be it a feature like My Trips, we focus on the person who's actually doing, going around and spending a significant part of their day, and identifying what can help them perform better, be more efficient, be more optimal in their day of work, right? Now let's say there are 100 different features that are available in the app, and every single item over there, right from the interface that you see on screen, like shortcuts to different apps, like we've got some differentiators in terms of getting audio recordings or text conversions, all of that. So it's all built with the user at its core, and that's how we're different. Pallavi from Unipro, you also had a similar question saying, how are we different? Well, we are, so in a nutshell, if we're going to talk about this, we are more, we are more about enabling the sales user. We are less about enforcing, right? So if then that would be my takeaway if, I talk more about the app, right?
Correct. And if the
Less
platform
enforcing
is
and more enabling.
making a reasonable impact in the life of a sales person or an executive, Rajiv, right, and it is making their life easier, I'm sure it's enough validation for them to adopt and use it. And that's the focus of our application in terms of UI, in terms of fluidity, and in terms of functionality as well. Because we've seen a lot of platforms which are lagging in nature, right? And though they promise, and there is a lot of offerings which is promised available on the website, but when it comes to actually using it, there's a lot of difference, right? And that is where the end user drives the communication to the managers, right? That I'm not able to use the platform, it is not loading, it drains a lot of battery, and that is where the pushback comes into picture. So we have taken consideration of all those factors as well while we were developing and similarly evolving our platform.
Yeah, no, so I think there was a query answered by Shibani on the analyst rating sets for LeadSquared overall. So that's also listed, linked in this conversation, this chat thread. Right. So moving on, we spoke so far about the external, the outside-in approach. How are we looking at sales, the sales user? Well, let's talk about the internal challenges that anyone would face. Right. And I've been, sorry, Ali, you would have also seen this,
Yeah.
wherein it's about how do I manage my team? Are they going where they're supposed to? Right.
Right.
So are they I trust my team, but then I don't want to be reaching out to them, asking them if they've done tasks 4 to 5. All right. Can I view all of this centrally? Can I, help them uh, gain better insights, help them drive their conversations better? Right. So that is where there's an overflow over here, but that's where exactly where ACE comes in. So we've got our very own sales performance suite built into LeadSquared. It's called ACE. Now you can go ahead and assign goals for a specific team or for individuals, and each and every metric is tracked in almost near real time basis. Right. So you're able to see how somebody is performing, who their peer group. Is how do they stand in terms of a competitive perspective. So all of that is available centrally across the organization. You can divide your goals into multiple cycles, see how people have been tracking their own performance the previous cycle versus the current, and with the sole aim of getting instant insights right on their performance. So goals, leaderboard, everything comes bundled in along with ACE as an offering. And yes, it is available on mobile too.
And it has incentive part supported as
Yes.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one
Yeah.
addition to the goals part is, let's assume somebody has to do X number of revenue, and how this will happen, right? From a sales perspective, I will have to basically assign a target of number of meetings, number of opportunities to be generated, number of pipelines to be created to achieve this X. So this is just not X that you are assigning to a certain member or a team member, right? You also assign multiple KRAs attached to achieving this X. And while those base KRAs are achieved, ultimately the end goal, which is X, will be achieved. So that's how we have envisioned this performance management suite. And I'm sure if there are further questions, we'll be happy to take it around this.
Sure. So in the interest of time, moving on with personalized dashboards, and this was a question from Shama from Texila American. So, is it possible to build custom dashboards? In fact, it is possible to build. We don't look at a mobile in terms of dashboards. We look at a mobile in terms of its home screen, right? The one place that every user will land into the screen that they see the most. They launch the app, and this is the screen that's staring them in the face, right? So, this we believe is going to be their one-stop shop for everything that is pertaining them, right? And we understand that different teams, as I said, within the organization would have different expectations from this. And like with the forms framework, this is something that the team has had great fun in building, and we've had some great reception from customers where this is live, right? But what we can do is let's get into the video, right? So that will give you even more detail in terms of what is possible through Casa. So we're calling it as Casa, Spanish for home, where you can go ahead and define everything that's possible on the app. So this presents to you a builder where you can drag drop. You see drag handles all over the place. You can go ahead and configure. So we're calling this widgets. So every single box over there, you can go ahead and customize. You don't like certain icons, you can change the icon. Don't like the appearance of certain text, you can go ahead and change the labels too. You can go ahead and say, I need my sales folks to see only their pending tasks, nothing more. And while I am at it, can I add a nice banner at the top which tells them of current incentives, current offers at hand, or can I guide them to the training program? So you can do all of that through this module. It helps define the home screen or the number one the app launch screen for different teams within the same organization as well, and they can have a completely different look and feel for the app, right? So if you've got three different teams, every single user who's got the app looks different. It evolves to their personal needs, and that is another key differentiation that we have with our competitors.
I'm hoping it will evolve further to the manager and senior manager, these kind of profiles as well, Rajiv.
Oh, definitely, yes. So we can even club together teams. You can have all of the managers on a single team, so they can have access to some of these matrices for the larger team.
Hmm.
In fact, one of our most popular widgets is about distance travel. So there is a bike that comes up on screen saying, and it actually animates, right?
Yeah.
Saying you've traveled 2 kilometers and 3 kilometers. So we've got a healthy widget base of around 15 to 20 widgets today. We've got six more planned in the immediate future. So that's something that we take great pride in. The ability, as I was saying, as I was repeating as well, this is built with the sales user at its core, right? So and that's how we cater to it. If you can go back to the presentation, I think there are a couple of other points. Not only the home screen, you can also configure the side menu. You can also configure what they see at the bottom bar.
You have a
All
launcher,
of this.
yeah, where you
Yes,
can
yes, the
define.
launcher. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's a partner use case, all right, if you have it's a partner use case, then and all they need is just lead entry, nothing more. You can have that right on the home screen. There is nothing more that you'd want to do with the app, so you can actually strip the app away of every single functionality and then say, this is an app that you'll use for adding leads. That's it. You tap on it, you fill the form, submit, and that's it. It can be as simple as that, right? Or you
Amazing.
can have somebody do the entire gamut of things in the ecosystems, and it can be as complex as you'd want it to be. So a few questions, Harsh, don't shy away from asking questions. We love answering questions. Speaking on behalf of both, on
So
behalf of
before
Ali
that,
as
I
well.
think Priya had an experience where she tried to get in touch for the ACE platform, right? Priya, I would suggest that you drop a mail to Shibani, or you can write it to me as well, right? And we'll surely get in touch and showcase the platform as per your business needs. We'll curate it as per your use case as well, provided we know which industry you belong to and which company you belong to.
So Harsh, to answer your question, lead allocation based on where the field rep is. What you can do is you can define sales territories for your users out there on the field, and lead allocation can be done dynamically based on whatever area is allocated to them, right? Reimbursements based on we have done reimbursements based on distance, reimbursements for number of meetings done. So we can do it in two ways. We can do it handle it through ACE, number of leads added, number of meetings done, number of activities posted. So all of this can be taken multiplied by a factor which can internally align with a job level as well, right? And then you can go ahead and target your reimbursement. A question from Anchita on identifying leads within the kilometers range. Yes, you can. You can. We touched upon it briefly. You can search for doctors. You can search for clinics. You can search for pharmacies, right? So, and all of those would be separate searches, and that they would show up on your map. What we can also do is, have different icons. That's something that we're working on. So you can have different icons on the app which tell what kind of lead they are. So that's also possible, or that's also going to be possible shortly. Yes, reimbursements
Based
based
on
on
distance traveled, yes.
distance traveled. Yeah, yeah. So a question on can we send messages to the users, to the leads, to the prospects? Certainly, yes. You can
Do a text message
simply.
as well as a WhatsApp as well.
Yeah. WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp connector. We've got Converse, which can help you broadcast a set of messages within the app. Like how you had the directions button to navigate to a particular lead, you can go ahead and send them an SMS. You can even send them an SMS from a pre-built set of templates. So it can be as professional as hi, first name, last name, and then nice meeting you. You can set this to be triggered the moment you update a lead. You can do that too.
And I think there is a lot of questions around the cost of the application,
Yeah.
Rajiv. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to take it up, or should I?
No, no, please, Ali, you answer this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually operate somewhere between under $1,000. That's have been our go-to price, and depending on the volume of licenses that you are procuring and what kind of use cases we are solving, right? So this pricing can be further modulated, refined, and optimized as well. So we would like to get in touch. I think this question is coming from
Kumar.
Yeah. So as Kumar, I'm like, my email ID is ali@leadsquare.com. If you would like to get in touch, please drop a mail and I'll be happy to assist you with the volumes and the costs that are involved around this. And I think there is
Anshita,
one from on the
extra
filter. Yeah.
extra filter for type of doctors. You can do that. Yeah. You can have.
We
We
covered that
support.
with the tagging part, right? And again, I mean, like whatever searches which are predominantly or blanketly available on Google, right? That is something we are very much able to facilitate. So if you
Yeah.
are looking for cafes near me, usually in the Google, right? If you want to go back and search in LeadSquared application, you are able to identify those cafes as well.
No, but not only that, even if they are, let's say they're part of your existing lead list, then you can go ahead and apply filters saying, I need to focus only on doctors. So
Correct.
lead filters are also supported. Yes.
So those are another categorization. So we are covering it in two parts, right? One is exploring what is available outside of LeadSquared or leads available or tagged to an agent. In that case, the tags of Google comes into picture. What you have
Yeah.
already categorized into merchants, partners, contacts, different categories of lead, that is anyway available. So the more categories that you have created, that will be predominantly and readily available for you to search upon.
Right. No, her question was more with respect to the Google
Google
database.
with this, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So final couple of screens. So Anshita, no, we'll reach out to you right after this, with specific keywords or search parameters or how this works, right? I'll even link the help article that has got a moving set of images which tells you how is it how it is that the feature works. Just to round up the conversation, well, notifications come pre-built, and you got reports and analytics, which also is granted. Every single time you perform a set of activities or complete certain tasks, all of this is possible. You can view it. We also have something called as location insights, which covers a specific set of reports like the distance traveled, like all of the check-ins done. There's a summary of, you can actually see the path that the user has taken early on the map, right? Along with the different activities that they've done. And if you'd want to, you can even track, the number of devices that they've logged in from, or what the battery percentage of the device is. So it's pretty comprehensive. It comes in as part of location insights. So we can have a chat about that, if we need to get into it. I think with this we round up the conversation. There is a partner section that's going to pop in right now, but Shubhani, Abhinav, as even as we are taking questions, please feel free to take over.
Sure. I love the fact that there were so many questions, and those of you who want us to get in touch, we'll certainly get back to you shortly. You should hear from us by 6 o'clock. Okay, maybe not like immediately, but by 6 you should hear from us. So please be patient. But thank you so much, Rajiv and Ali, for taking us through this. Clearly, the audience found it useful given the number of questions that came in, and it was a very insightful session. So thank you so much.
Super. Yep.
Okay, now I'd like to just call upon the partners to pick up the session from here. So I'll give you a quick intro before the partner comes in. So Ali and Rajiv, you all can just hit the cross button at the top of your window. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're still going to be sticking around to answer some questions, final questions, if people might have it.
Yeah, we are there.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I'd like to call upon Shivranjan. He is the director of Alt F9, and he'd be talking about how organizations can use integration between LeadSquared CRM and Alt F9's product to improve the customer experience. So let me just bring him on. Yeah. So he is coming on. Again, as Rajiv and Ali mentioned, they're here. So if you have any other questions, please do bring those up here. Thank you, Shivranjan. I will just leave the stage.
Yeah. Hi, in this session, first of all, my name is Sivarajan. I am from Alt F9 Technology Solutions. So, we provide a solution in 3CX unified communication, and here we are going to see how we can integrate the uh, LeadSquared CRM as well as 3CX, and how we can improve our productivity and improve the sales lead. So, this is a small intro about our company. So this is the intro about the 3CX. 3CX is the unified platform. So what is the power of the unified communication? The unified communication is not just making a call or receiving a call. More than that, there are a couple of channels can be integrated with the unified communication. Most of the communication channels can be in a single location, like website chat, SMS, WhatsApp integration, and Facebook integration. These all the things can be integrated on a single location, and you can take your mobile anywhere. Even you can travel with your mobile. You can receive while traveling. You can receive office calls on the 3CX app, and also it is a 100% working with a contact center as well. So even you can use it for the video conferencing. It is completely free. It can be hosted on any of the cloud or else on-prem servers, as well as it is hosted on the on-prem server, physical server, as well as in the cloud. It is anywhere you can use it. So what is the benefit of integrating the 3CX with the LeadSquared? Okay, so it is improving the your communication system, where you can monitor your you are monitoring your calling, which agent, which lead they are making a call, as well as whenever the call is receiving, on what time they are making a call, and as well as what the agents are speaking. Also, if you want to guide to the agent while they are speaking, all this facility integrated there. So you can access the real-time customer information, where the customer data will be there you can see the all the activity logs, that when the call is went out and when the call is coming in. And also you can track the leads as well as the agent, and you can do the management as well. So you can improve the customer service, like, in case if you are providing customer service, this thing. So whenever the customer is making a call and receive, what kind of solution the agent is giving, in case the agent is need uh, uh, any advice or guidance from the superior, immediately within the calling system they can make a call and they can receive it. As well as you can receive the reports on the 3CX as well as the LeadSquared CRM. Whenever the call is gone, is missed calls, and all the details I'll show you in the demo, so you can see that. So this is the one of the use case. So we have done this 3CX plus LeadSquared integration to the one of the UAE company. Basically, they are into logistics. So after integrating, they were able to track the calls properly. So where the calls gone, and what time the agent is made the call, and also what all are the calls the customer is picked up. And in case the supervisor want to listen the call, they can listen it. They want to guide to the agent while making a call, that is also possible. And also the lead management went very efficient so after integration. So they were able to manage the leads based on the activities. In the activities, there is a call logs will be there. And also that was improved a lot for the tracking and reporting about the each and every lead, so they were not able to miss the any lead. So now we are going to see the demo. So this is how, once again, let me share the screen. Okay. Hope now you are able to see the screen. So this is the LeadSquared platform. I already created one test lead. Okay. So here the lead detail is there. So what I am going to do, I am going to just click this number. Since the agent want to make a call. So I just may click the number and I'm dialing. Now the call is going. So I have disconnected the number. Okay, I just minimize this. Once it's done, I'll refresh this. See. So here I am able to get the logs of each and every thing. The outbound call has happened. The particular this Vishal did not attend the call. It is made by Sivarajan. The agent is there in the CRM as well as the 3CX this thing. So here you can see this is the outbound call, did not call, and it is an inbound call. It is the what is the duration of this thing, and he has made the call. Okay, and as well as this is all for single lead. In case if you want per day how many calls they made it, you can go to the report. See, you want to see a particular agent how many calls he has made it. See, this is group wise report, and also you can take it individual report also. If you go here, there are total 6 calls is made is outgoing call is 3 and inbound call is 3. Answered call is 3 and no answered call is 3. There is no missed calls. Okay, so if you click here, you will see the complete report of this. So this is see all the calls is made for Vishal, and what is his phone number, and also what is the activity. It is outbound or else it is a inbound, and what time they made it a call, whether it is answered or else not answered, and also what is the duration of that call, and who has done which agent has made this call. So this all details will be coming. In case if you want to hear the recording, all the recording will be coming in 3CX application. So you can go and see the recording. Also, you can listen the recording on 3CX. It will be coming like this. Then you can attend and you can speak it. So that's all. And so these all are the some of the testimonials which we are currently having. And if you have any question, we can answer the questions.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to the audience now. If you all have questions, please do put it across now. We will be concluding the session soon. Also, Vaishnavi from our team has shared a form link. You can also share your details and we will reach out to you at the earliest.
So Mr. Vardarajan asked, do you provide instruments? Yes, sir. We will provide all the instruments related to unified communication.
Okay. All right. So I see he's typing.
It is not, you can use it anywhere. Either you want to use it on cloud, you can use it in cloud, sir, or else you can want to use it on your premises. There also you can use it. It will work anywhere.
Okay, I think that answered his question. He is typing. If there are any other questions, and again, like I said, Vaishnavi from our team has put up a form. Please do share your details there if you'd like us to get in touch with you. And of course, we did have poll questions. Please do spare a minute to answer the poll questions if you haven't already done so. Shivarajan, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Messaging to the customer is possible based on the country. That country wise, there is some restriction that we have to discuss internally.
We'll anyway put him in touch with you, Shivarajan. So if there are any other questions, it can be clarified.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, I don't see anything more coming in. Okay, so thank you so much for presenting for us today, Mr. Shivarajan. We
Okay.
appreciate your time. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And thank you so much to the lovely audience. Those of you from the healthcare sector, we have a healthcare webinar coming up next week. Do join us for that if you are in the healthcare segment, followed by, I think, an automation session in March. So stay tuned for our emails. Look out for them. And of course, we're here to help you at any point. Do reach out to me if you need any information about LeadSquared. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye bye.